Hey, what's up, guys? Greg here. Um, you guys have reached my channel 777 Craps. It's for my friends only. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Guys, I've been talking a little bit about the hyperpress. Look, the only reason I ever uh, touched hyperpress at all is I happen to like Nemo and I happen to like supporting the community. Now, as you can see, let me check the camera. Yeah, oh yeah, you can see my friend on the table. Uh, he loves to play with me. He's very mushy. He's a lovable cat. But anyway, the reason I help try to do some hyper press stuff is because I like helping people. I happen to like Nemo too. I think he's a nice guy. He's kind of like the Al Bundy of craps, you know, the born loser type, and he knows it, and it's kind of comical. But I like the guy. Anyway, he does this thing. It's a hyper press, guys. I will walk you through it, but it basically goes a little something like this. You're gonna play your bets at whatever level you want to play it. Let's say we take 160 and go across. Right? Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go and you're gonna whatever number you hit. Well, he's not helping me with rolling dice, but let's see if I can roll a number. All right, we're gonna get an 8. Let's assume that we were working the come out roll. We're gonna get an 8. We're gonna go to hyper press this thing. So we're gonna get a $35 winner on the 8. But now what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to up this to 120. So it's a hyper press is 4x. The problem with this, guys, the problem is this. A lot of times you're just not going to get enough repeaters to justify it. You're going to have too much money up on the table on other hyper presses without collecting them. And your roll count is going to get so long that you're going to run into the 7. Not good. Now, this will work. If you happen to get a bunch of repeaters and a long roll, yes, this will work. Otherwise, I'll finish rolling it out. You're going to see, guys, even when you collect on a hyper press, you're usually going to have too much money. I've only succeeded at this maybe 5 times out of 100 because it's fatally flawed. Let's give it a run through just to see where we are. Okay, and 6, 4, 10. So what's going to happen? We'll assume we're going to give Nemo a no big table. He's going to get 50. He's going to have to go to 4x on the 10. So he gets paid 50. He has to put another quarter in. Now, we're 2 rolls in so far. We haven't collected any money. We've just dumped more money into this. Let's see how we end up here. And we have a 6. 4, 2 on the 6. Now, guys, fantastic. You're getting hits. You're collecting nothing. You get 35, but what do? You don't actually collect this. You actually throw money into this. Again, you take this money back, but you're going to go to 120 on the 6. Now, guys, we've essentially collected nothing. We have 3 hyper press bets up. How long are we going to actually retain these dice? Guys, bear in mind, it's me rolling. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if he rolled that. I can't, in fairness. I'm sorry about that. I got to call another roll because I can't affect the outcome like that. So. Oh, come on, little one. Oh, okay, he's fine. 3, 1, 4. He didn't roll that one. Okay, 3, 1, 4. Again, we're going to have a situation. We're going to get 50. We're going to add a quarter. Guys, look at our money on this table here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hyper presses. Hitting a hyper press is not going to get us out of this hand now, because we still have 3 more of them that we didn't resolve. So let's go ahead. Let's keep rolling this. And we have, guys, you can't make this stuff up. I have a 5, 4, and a 9. Now I'm hyper pressed on the 9. Guys, I haven't made a penny. $35. Boom. Pay it. And now we got to go to 100 on the 9. Okay, guys. This is making me very nervous. That is a 3, 1, 4. Okay, congratulations. Yes, in fact, we did hit a hyper press. And it's a good one at that. It's a 4. So 100 will make 200. Guys, sans vig. We're not worried about vig. Now what happens is from 100 we go down to 50. We half it. So okay, let's see if we can make any money on this. But remember, we're not out of this yet, guys. We're still not safe. 2 craps aces doesn't affect us. Whoops, man. Well, I was gonna say man overboard, but we're in the rail. Okay, it looked like a 3-2 fever 5, but it isn't. Six, 4, 10. Well, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this because we are actually managing to make some money. Our 100 will get 200 because I think you're seeing my point here. Most of the time you can expect this to fail. 200, 100 will get 200, then we're gonna go down to half of that, we're gonna go back to 50. Well, this is a nice roll. Honestly, guys, I haven't been able to do this very often. This is fabulous. Let's see how we do at the end of the roll, though. 4-1, fever 5 was not rolled. Okay, so we're gonna get a simple 35. The 5 was never hyper-pressed. Looks like we're gonna make money here on this progression. 12 craps. Frankly, I think if you were lucky enough to do what I just did, hit a hyper-press 4 and get out of dodge. Get out of dodge. And there's an 8. Wow, this is actually working, guys. I don't believe it. I can't tell you how many times I failed at this. Isn't that something? Okay, 8's gonna get paid 120. We'll get, wait a second. What does 120 pay? 30 pays 35, so 140, what am I thinking? Duh, 140, we'll take 150 for 10. Okay, we hit a hyper press. Now we still have money on this table, guys, here. And that's a point made, incidentally. So this number will go down to 120 will go down to 60. Well, I mean, best case scenario here. We were actually making money. And it's largely due to the nice payouts on the 4 and 10. That was absolutely fabulous. I can't believe it. I haven't been able to do this before, guys. All right, well, I'm going to make an executive decision not to work the hyper press. But, you know, guys, even stupid works once in a while. And I don't think this is a very intelligent way to play. So craps ace deuce. 6. Mark the 6. Okay. Let's see if we can get these bets down. We would love another repeater 6. Can we get it? I mean, we do, back to back. Well, guys, everything looks brilliant when it's working. But I still think this is an awful play. So we're going to actually get 120 is going to get 140. We'll take 150 for 10. Puck is going to come off. We're going to have to regress this down to 60. I don't believe it, guys. I seriously don't. Another executive decision, we're not working. 3-2 fever 5. Now, I'm glad I'm not showing this to everybody else because I know everybody else would see this winning and say, this is fabulous, Greg. Why aren't we doing this? Guys, trust me on this. This is not fabulous. This will burn you 99% of the time. 3-2 fever 5. We're working once again. Now we have a 5-2-7. But honestly, guys, if you get this roll with those we had a lot of repeaters. Yeah, this is, the fact that we lose this money here is neither here nor there. This was a good outcome. I still think it's a terrible idea. Judge for yourselves. I know the guys who I talk to about this are not in favor of it. But you know what, guys? Sometimes you can double down. Think of blackjack. You can double down on a 20 and get an ace. You know, you can do something which I think is highly stupid and still win money. Let's see where we are here. And this is incredible. We made $575. Honestly, this is 1 in 100 for me that I'm able to do this. But we're going to keep the profits. We reset our rack. Now let me show you what I think is a little bit more sane with the hyper press. I say we play hyper press from the line. The pass line. To me, hyper press screams line bet. So let's go ahead and take a $25 pass line bet. Now, guys, you could do this with 2 bets if you want. I really don't suggest you doing 3 or more because it's gonna get dangerous. But you could actually do it with the 3-point Molly. The idea is you wanna hit 1 hyperpress and get out of there. So let's come out. Let's see what we can do. This is the hyperpress line bet, which I think is actually a good bet, because no roll, guys, in the rail. It's low house edge, and there's regression built in. 2 craps aces. Unfortunate, guys, but it's a cost of doing business on the line. We'll just take a quarter and stay up on our line bet. So, but overall, this line bet is expected to be positive because you will win more over time than lose. So I kind of ignore this. I'm sorry, guys, I rolled it. It was a 6-3. Okay, line bet's out. Now I say we go right into the hyperpress. You got your hit, you hyperpress. Odds are a hyperpress. 4x odds, 100 on the odds. Now you can do this with every number up here. 100 on the odds is 4x. And now you just resolve this as you would a normal hyperpress. Now, if you wanted a second hyperpress, you can certainly go through the cum. If you wanted a third one, now I'm starting to think it's dangerous because now it's turning into a 3-point Molly. But I want to actually play this like it's a hyperpress. So let's do it on 1 bet, and then you can do it with however many bets you like. Craps, ace, deuce. I hope we hit the 9 for the sake of the video, because I want you to see how this would work. 5, 1, 6. Some people are screaming right now, God, at least play a second bet. You got no number combinations. I'll roll it out after I do this with 2 numbers for effect. Now, guys, remember, you're going to lose this bet a lot of the time. Don't make any mistake about it. But a pass line with odds is not a bad bet. So if you're willing to do this, I think I know you have a mathematically good game. But it's a patience game. Okay, here we go. I got lucky. I hit a 6-3, Nina 9. Now, what's fabulous about this is we're going to get a quarter, and we're going to get 150. So what do? What do? We pick up our money. Fabulous. You don't have to play another pass line if you don't want to. You certainly can. Let's go ahead and play the pass line. But now you can decide. The puck comes off. You can even decide to work it. What do? Well, you played 4x. You go down on the hyperpress to 2x. So that means we put 50 on the 9, and if we hit it, we're going to get 50. You'll pay 70, and then finally you regress down to 1 unit, which is a quarter, and you're out of the hand. That's how I would attempt the hyperpress. That's me. It gives you a little volatility protection. You have another pass line if you want to start again. You can start another hyperpress anytime you want. I don't recommend more than 2 hyperpresses, really, but you certainly can. And as a matter of fact, you're out of. Why not start another hyperpress here? Because you're out of the hand on the 9. You've already collected way more than you have out. Your 9's a winner, and you still have $50. So let's actually go ahead and take a second hyperpress. Whether or not it's smart, guys, you have to decide. But this is how I would do the hyperpress, right on the line, and bypass that massive, that additional roll you need to collect on, because that's where your problems are going to come in. So we mark the 8. Okay, let's do another hyperpress. We take 100, we put it there. 8's a great number. Okay. So we have our 9, which we cycled out. We're on a new hyperpress. Can we hit another 8? Now, unfortunately, guys, and this is why I like to stick to 1 hyperpress. I think it's asking too much of Greg to roll that many rolls. Unfortunately, we lost. But let's, for argument's sake, say I never put that line bet up. Or just the quarter you can put, but I never put it up. Let's analyze our hyperpress 9. We won 150 and 25. We won 175 on the 9. We lost 50. We netted on the single hyperpress 100 and a quarter. This is how I think hyperpress could possibly work. You don't hit it, get paid on the 9, for example. Hit it, get paid on the 9, throw more money at the 9, and then lose that. I think you do it from the line. Let's do one more line bet. I mean, I suppose we can do the 3-point Molly with this, going for 1 hit. Again, this is just Greg in the laboratory. Let's give it a shot. Can we get 3 numbers up, 1 hit hyperpress, and come down off everything. I think you can. I think that actually makes some sense too. But I mean, I'm trying to just make sense of this hyperpress, which I don't think is viable, guys, honestly. Now this is great, Yo 11 on the come out. So let's go ahead and take that. Quarter win, back in the rail. We're still up. Now you can actually count that. Wow, look at this, another Yo 11. Again, fabulous. You're getting the advantage of the 7-11. Okay, we're gonna pay our second. Now you could actually hyperpress the line bet if you wanted. I'm not gonna do it. I think that's madness. It would have worked this time, clearly, but okay, you can actually count that as your first two bets, lock them up if you wanted to. But we'll continue through. And anyway, hyperpress line betting. You gave it back. Okay. Craps on the aces. We're still ahead of the game here. The trick here is to actually be able to play this low volatility. And I think this actually, line betting the hyperpress to me makes sense. 4-3 on the 7, guys, I need a line bet. It's up there. I just didn't put it up. Okay, we're gonna get a quarter back. That's nice. Let's get the 7s out of the way right now. And my gosh, we gave back another quarter on the craps, ace, deuce. But honestly, I'm not too concerned with these line bets. On the first phase of it, you will make money over time. Okay, we have a 3-2, fever on the 5. We mark the 5, we go straight into our 4x. Can we hit another 5 is the question. Don't know, guys. Yes, I did say I was gonna play this like a 3-point molly. So there we go. 8 easy 8. Come goes to the 8. Second come goes up. Okay, we're gonna take 100 on the 8 odds. We got one more come bet up. Can I actually get to the point where I hit 1-7, 1-10, one number, and hyperpress way down? 6-4-10. Guys, I don't know. Again, we're gonna hyperpress it, but then we're gonna come way down. So do you do one hyperpress per hand, and then after you hit the hyperpress, take the other numbers down? You can certainly do that. But it's a hyperpress kind of theory with line betting. That's a 2 craps aces. Glad we didn't get that on the last row. We have 3 numbers up there, guys. We have a lot of combinations on these dice that can get us one hit. 3-1 on the 4. Okay, so how many, let's look at the combinations we have here. We have 4 combinations on the 5, 3 combinations on the 10, that's 7, 12 combinations in total with the 8 against, so we have a 2-to-1 advantage of hitting one of these. Will it work? I don't know, guys. Guys, you can still not make it. That's for darn sure. Yo 11. Whoops, I'm sorry, little man. I hit him, and that was a no roll. All right, craps ace deuce. Wow. See, actually, this is when I'm getting nervous. I'm rolling too long here. And we hit a 9. So again, we're not hitting the right numbers on this. Oh yes, 5-3 on the easy 8. All right, guys. Now, how you can decide to treat this, there's various ways to do this, is you can say fantastic, fantastic. I've won a hyperpress, not every hyperpress. I can say, all right, I no longer want these odds, or you can go all the way with it. I no longer want these odds. Now I want to collect here. So I'm going to get a quarter on the flat. I'm going to get 120 on the odds. This 8 is going to come down, and I can say, okay, I can go down to 60 on my 8, and I can leave these bets alone, and I'm actually up money here. So, and I still have a shot at a point at the 5. I still have a shot at the 10. I don't know, guys. This is what I've come up with on it. I'm trying to make it work at all. I don't think this works. Let's roll this out to a conclusion, but I'm happy with my 1 hyperpress win. And I want to be out of the hyper press entirely. Okay, that's a 4-2-6. 5-1-6. Of course, we're hitting our hyper presses on the numbers we don't have. Ooh, good thing that was an overall. That would have been a 6-1. All right, let's keep going. The 3-1-4. Wow, we have hit plenty of fours here. We would have taken wins on the 4, 6, and I believe the 9 on the hyper press. We just don't have them. This table seems to be very hyper press friendly. 2-1, ace, deuce, craps, and a 10. Well, this is fabulous. So this table's just friendly to the strategy right now. All right, in this situation, I took my odds down. This would have been a great hit. And that's it. So we're getting another 25 flat on that. That's nice. We still have our 8 up. We have a 4-2-6. Wow, I mean, guys, this is just hyper press friendly right here. Right strategy, right table. This is the right strategy. This is the right table. 5-4, Nina 9. Guys, I could have hyper pressed every number and made money here. This is incredible. I'm just rolling well. Craps, ace, deuce. Imagine if you were at a craps table, I had how many ace deuces? If we were on a crapless craps, I could have hyper pressed the ace deuce and made money. Wow, this is incredible. Okay, now we hit our second 8 here on the regression to 2 units. So 60 wins 70, 50, 70, and now we regress down to 30 and we let this go. So all this money comes back to us. Again, this is fantastic, guys. Again, pretty much everything, especially pressing, is going to look good if you roll a 20-30 roller. It just is what it is, guys. Yeah, and you're going up 4x on your bets, sure you're going to make money. It's going to look like you're a genius. I've seen the other side. Heck, I've rolled the other side of this, guys. Where, 4-2-6 by the way, where I've gotten 0.7 out, 0.7 out, 0.7 out, and this won't work either. So, wow, guys, look at this roll. 3-1-4, easy 4, fabulous. Honestly, at this point, some people would just go across and say, "The heck with this. You're doing just fine." 6-3, Nina 9. I should be qualifying, guys. 4-2-6, very nice. But anyway, this is Greg just having fun here. 5-4, Nina 9. Wowzers. But to be honest with you guys, even doing this is a good roll, because if I went across, I'd probably only do it for 64. The only reason I'm willing to play this for more is I have less bets out. So 4-2-6, incredible, guys, incredible. 6-4, 10. Oh my God, guys, we are shooting the lights out here on the light side with Greg. Unbelievable. 10 hard. Who's gonna believe this? Who's gonna believe this, guys? Okay, 10 hard. Craps aces doesn't affect us. Oh my God. Oh, the FOMO, guys. The FOMO. See your horn, better horn? Craps aces followed by your craps aces. What a parlay, huh? Wow. I wish I had a roll tracker. 6-4, 10. 6-4, 10. 10 on the end. Hyper press. You're in hyper press heaven right now. 4-2 on the 6. Unfortunately, we just have an 8 up. Now, I tell you what some people would do here. They would put up 5 more put bets. But of course, I may have already burned up my rolls here. We don't know. We don't know, because it's still a 1 in 6 chance every time I throw. But you could have put up your put bets right here. And it worked. Wow, we got through the hyper press. We hit an 8. Now, I think you just leave it, but you can really do whatever you want. $35 on the 8. I'm just going to leave it up. At this point, we have no real downside. As a matter of fact, since we're so successful on the hyper press, see what we got. We have a full rack, and we have 200. 225, 245, 275 in profits. Is that something, guys? 275, really 300 when you include the pass line, but you can't because the pass line's a contract bet. Now I know what John's gonna do with this. John's gonna go across for 160, he's gonna say screw it. Oh, my good buddy John. All right, let's do it. We're having fun now. I think I pretty much made the point on the hyperpress anyway. I would do it with line betting. Since we're just having fun now. Oh, guys, exact wrong timing. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've seen this in a casino. Oh, the roll's getting good. Let's go up on the elephant graveyard. Bam! You're getting slapped. I just lost back 160 and 25 in profits. But it was more for fun at this point. But that's the hyperpress on the line. Let's do one more crazy one. What? Yeah, let's go in full 3-point Molly on this hyperpress. Let's just, you know what, we've been doing fairly well. I'm not saying you should do this. As a matter of fact, I'm saying you shouldn't do this. Let's take a 3-point Molly. Let's come out. That's it. Only a 3-point Molly. Craps ace deuce, we lose. Doesn't matter. That's not the point here. Craps ace deuce. 6, easy 6, mark the 6. There's our first one. We go to our second one, second combat. We go to 100 odds. Odds are always in your control, guys. And we got a 6 right back. Fabulous. Okay? Well, this is interesting because we get paid 120 and a 25. 120 and 25. Boom. Boom. We take this bet up. The interesting part is the come goes to the 6, and we would do 100. And we go to our final comeback, which in this case can go straight to the pass. And a 4-3-7. Well, mixed emotions about that. Oh, no, guys, I'm sorry. I played this wrong. After hitting the 6, I was not supposed to go a full 100. I was supposed to go 50. In this case, I'm going to have to go to 50. 50 true odds to pay 60. So no, I am not going to lose a full 100 here. I'm going to lose 75. I'm going to get a quarter of it back on the pass line. And we're done. Let's see where we wound up. This is our money. Okay, so I gotta tell you guys, I don't know. Make of it what you will. We seem to have made money here. There's another quarter. We're gonna fill our racks and count the extra. 5, I think we made 310. We'll find out in a second here. Yeah, 3 full racks. We made $310 in the hyperpress line bet. You can vary it any way you want, but to me this makes at least some sense, especially if you can repeat numbers, especially if you think you're a dice influencer who can, and if you get these outside numbers, well, this is really sweet. Anyway, this is Greg. This is my view on the hyperpress line bet system. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, guys. God bless.